Hello, hello. How you
I'm
doing?
good. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, and you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Saludos familia, se habla Jesús, su presidente de plataforma Todo sobre Lucha Libre. Y aquí tenemos otro Instagram Live. Tell us your name and where are you from?
My name is the show pony Reese Ramone, and I am from West Virginia in the United
Okay.
States. Mhm.
Why did you decide to become a wrestler?
Um, I have always been a fan since I was little, like a little girl, watched WWE and all of that. Um, and I always wanted to be a professional wrestler since seeing that. And, over the years or whatever, I thought it was something that wouldn't be possible. Um, and then one day I got asked to come down to a training school that had opened up about 30 minutes away from where I go to college at. And I went, and then I just never stopped going. And then, yeah, that's just basically it. I've always wanted to be a professional wrestler. Um, and then it just so happened the opportunity to train fell into my lap and train not only just training in wrestling, but with someone who provides a world class training.
Okay. MF Ramon. Is that your real name or your wrestling
It's
name?
my wrestling name.
Okay. What does it mean to you?
Um, I was given that name by my trainers, and so I wanted to do that. I didn't want to come up with it myself, um, because I knew there were so many. Like you see all the time when people get signed to WWE or something, their stuff's automatically changed by WWE. And I wanted to be ready for that to occur. I didn't want to get used to be called something that I'd come up with. I wanted it to be something that someone handed to me and I could make mean something. Um, Honestly, it's just myself on an exaggerated level, you know. Um, all of my matches, I'm sassy, show pony. I came up with the show pony part myself, but just like being a performer, being out there, being in the spotlight, that's really what it means to me.
Okay. How many years have you been a wrestler so far?
3.
3 years, okay.
Yes.
So let's try to remember that first day. You came out of the curtains, you hear their name, your music, see the ring, see the people. How do you feel that first day?
The first, my first match was, I remember it, it was a mixed tag match. And it was just, I was so nervous. Um, but I knew going into it, you know, everything that was going to happen. I was ready for it, but I was so nervous. And then I got in there and I felt comfortable. After I was out there and the match was over, I was really, honestly, I was really comfortable with it after. I wasn't so nervous. I was just, I had a lot of fun, more so like creating the look and everything that kind of make a first statement. I was more worried about that than the match. I was worried about the match, but I wasn't ready. I didn't know I was going to be wrestling when I was. So I had to come up with a look and all of that and the name and everything. Honestly, for the music, I let my partner, he asked me what I wanted to come out to, and I was just like, whatever you come out to, I don't know. Like, I was just, I was nervous because I felt unprepared, and then I got out there and I was comfortable, basically. That's just kind of what happened. Yeah.
Let's talk about the children. They come to you, ask for photograph, ask for your autograph. They say, hey, the little girls say, hey, I want to become like you when I grow up. How do you feel when they talk like that?
You it's a lot. Um I honestly, I've said this before on shows, live on the microphone, that I want to be a role model. Um and it's just so much more than wrestling. I do so much more than wrestling. I'm um you know I'm currently getting my degree in electrical and computer engineering. Um, I twirl at my university, so I'm always
Okay.
again. I haven't been wrestling a lot. Um, in the most like recent months, I haven't wrestled on a show since August, and it's just a lot more than wrestling. It's a lot, but I also have a sweet spot for kids. I never charge them for anything, which is really bad. But but it does mean a lot to me, and I like to think about that whenever I go forward and what I want to do with the rest of my career, because it is such an impactful thing, doing more than just the professional wrestling aspect, because you can listen to commentary and stuff on TV and hear them talk about the wrestlers, and it's usually more than just about their training. It's more so about their education, their interests, what they do outside of the ring.
Which one do you prefer, a heel or a face?
I have done a lot of my work as a heel. I'm down for either, but I do prefer being a heel.
Okay. If you have one chance to wrestle any female that you want, no matter if you win, no matter if you lose the match, but you can say, hey, at least I wrestled this girl. Who would it be and why?
That's a tough question. Because honestly, I have so much fun whenever I just get random opponents all the time. I would probably have to say currently either someone like Tony Storm or Soraya. Those would be two. Tony Storm, just because I love her technicalities when I was watching back the Mae Young Classic, the technical work, and seeing what she puts out there on AEW now has been really, it's been really different and really refreshing to see. And Soraya, just because I started watching WWE back when she was Paige, and that was
Hmm.
someone who really inspired me. And just another person that is technical and has a great presence and stuff. And I feel like I could really learn a lot from either of those women.
Okay. Have you won any title so far?
I have I've held one title twice at a promotion called MVW in Nitro, West Virginia. And that is the extent of my titles so far. We're getting more though. We're gonna get more.
I really hope so. So, do you belong to any wrestling company or you are an independent wrestler?
I'm an independent contractor at the moment.
Okay, okay. I hope maybe see you in NWA, maybe
Yes.
AEW. Imagine you in AEW and you have a match with one of those girls that you are talking about, Tony's son or
Y-
Saraya. Can you imagine
Yeah.
that?
Huh?
It would be good.
That
It
would
would be great
be
if
good.
you
Yeah.
can go. Yeah, imagine that. Tony Storm, I like her because she's like kind of a lunatic, kind of she believes she's a movie
Yeah.
actress, something like that. That's great. Saraya, I see that she lost the how can I say this? She act like she doesn't want to wrestle anymore because when I saw her in WWE, she was more powerful.
Yeah, I would say that a lot of that, she's been wrestling since she was like 13, I think.
Hmm.
So I primarily remember her work in WWE. I have not seen as much in AEW. I have watched a couple of the AEW matches and, the promo against Britt Baker. And I still find her work to be I feel like she's very intense in the ring as well. So I will probably have to catch up on that. Um, but yeah.
Okay, let's see. If one day you have children, they come to you saying, "Mom, I want to become a wrestler." What would you say?
I would probably tell them to go for it. I can't. I mean, when I started training, I didn't tell my parents, but neither of them were wrestlers, so I don't know. There's a lot of there's a lot that comes with professional wrestling. Not as much as there used to. Um, I think it's become a more inclusive environment. Um, but I would tell them to go for it, but to get trained by someone, like get
Mhm.
proper training, get trained by someone who's been to where they would want to go into professional wrestling.
Okay. I look at you and I see a very humble and sincere person. Never lose that.
Thank
I
you.
wish you the best of the best. You look a very nice person
Oh,
too.
thank you.
So yeah, like I always say, the sky is the limit.
Yeah, it is. And I that's just kind of like the attitude I want to take going forward with wrestling. I'm open to anything. I would really love to start traveling out of the United States to wrestle and go to those places like NWA you mentioned or even Impact. Um, Impact has a lot of great women's talent too, and just a really refreshing product overall as well. Of course, the goal is WWE, um, but I really like the talent that has come to AEW, and I think TNA and Impact is also a great product as well. Um, but yeah, I really do also agree that sky's the limit. So yeah.
I only imagine you in WWE facing Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea
Yeah.
Ripley, Nia
Yeah.
Jax. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. For
They,
sure. For sure.
I think that if they invite you, you have to start in the NXT and then you can climb up the ladder.
Right, right. It's always evolving,
Hmm.
they used to have all of their developmentals all across, like, with OVW and all that stuff, and then FCW, and now there's NXT. And obviously we've seen NXT change a lot, and now NXT,
Hmm.
opening the door to work with TNA or
Hmm.
just talent from Raw and SmackDown. It's not so much just NXT anymore as it is kind of like breaking the walls of talent
Hmm.
access as well.
Yeah. So this Instagram live, when I posted in YouTube, a lot of countries watched them. If they want your services as a wrestler, how can they reach you using the social media?
Um, my Instagram, Reese Show Pony. That's also my X or Twitter, whichever one you call it. There's also an email in all of my links too for Gmail, and that is the best way to contact me is either through, like the messaging systems on Instagram or X or an email. Either one is fine.
Okay. A message for all your fans around the world.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Just honestly, thanks for everything. I hopefully I would love to be around the world soon. So that's my next goal to make happen is start traveling. Yeah.
Okay. Es de MF Ramone. Okay. La buscan así en las redes sociales. Nosotros tenemos nuestro canal de YouTube que vamos a postear esta entrevista. Lamentablemente las personas que entraron no pude ver los nombres, no sé qué pasó, pero pues por eso es que no saludé. Facebook tenemos la página y el grupo y en Instagram tenemos todo sobre lucha libre, todo sobre lucha libre segunda parte. I wish you the best of the best on the world because you deserve it.
Thank you.
Like I said before, you seem like a very nice person, humble person,
Thank
and
you.
people like you deserve all the great things around the world. I give you a hug from Puerto Rico, wishing you the
Thank
best.
you so
Soon it
much.
will become part two. Maybe when I do the part two, maybe I can see you with another. Tighter.
Yes, maybe, maybe.
Okay. Thank you for your time and have a nice
Thank
day.
you. You too.